Hey, welcome to the video where you will learn to build SaaS businesses with Bubble. Now, the great thing about this video is the very first of its kind that I'm doing is a work session video. Meaning that as I built my own SaaS, you'll be looking over my shoulder so you can see the thought process of how I'm building, and you also get to see me use AI to build. And you'll then see me use the AI part to actually build it on Bubble. So that way, for anyone who have not used Bubble yet, you can have an insight on whether you would want to use Bubble for your own SaaS project. And then for those who want to learn how to use Bubble, I show you my process. You can see my thought process, and I also break down some things as I build. So let's get right into it. Let's go. Hi, my name is Stefan. I am an entrepreneur, solopreneur, indie hacker, businessman who just loves to build. And so far, I have built 2 separate SaaS businesses, and this is my 3rd one that I'm building right now. And I just want to bring y'all right into the video and just say, hey, if you like this type of content, let me know. Comment down below. First time doing a work session video, so it's super long. So fair warning, it's at least close to 2 hours long, but you'll get value from the video. So you want to see more of this, let me know down below. Also subscribe to the channel. Let's get into it. Okay, y'all, so we're gonna go right into this. The goal today is that I need to build a section for Get SaaS customers where um, pretty much I need to build up the main section. So the goal is just to bring you along in everything I'm about to do today. This isn't a course per se. This isn't a step-by-step guide on how to build something. I'm just going to bring you in on how I'm building something, and I'll explain things as I go. So forgive me if I don't explain everything. But let's get into it. Um, so what I want to do, okay, essentially my index page is the main page when it comes to Bubble. I might, sorry, the index page is the main page, so we don't have to do that. Um, as of right now, so what's happening? So I'll give y'all an update what's happening here. We actually need to go preview. A lot of this stuff is reusable elements. Oh, we gotta log in. All right, let's get log in real quick. You know what? I gotta log in. So one thing with Bubble, which I do like, um, we can switch to the live database. I have to technically log in, but because I am the creator of this site, I'm gonna have to make sure I have to make sure I block this stuff out so y'all won't see my users' information. But I'll show you this part right here. This is me. I can just hit run as. Run as let me run the program as this user. So technically now I'm logged in. Kind of just give you an insight. So, oh, where I gotta change that. Um, so initially, Get SaaS Customers was lazysocial.com. This is the page for Lazy Social. What I think I'm gonna do is this is still gonna be a page, like it's gonna be it's a separate page, but I need to have Get SaaS Customer as a have pretty much a functionality that's like this. I'm gonna show y'all. Where maybe Lazy Social would be right here, and then I click it, and then it brings me to um, this right here. But the main thing is I want to build out something like this um, as a different page. Let me see how I want to do it. Yeah, so right now I have the page for that as the main page. So right now we're going to add a new page. This is going to be, I might just call it home. This is going to be the home page. We don't need to clone anything. So we'll create this page. I forgot. So it did that because I'm on a live version. Cannot edit anything in your live version of the app or the live database. So I'm gonna go back to add new page. Gonna do home page. So my very first step in this process, I'm gonna increase this size of this. Actually, so right now it's a container layout fixed. That means it's not responsive. That means everything is fixed to the page and it won't expand and shrink based on the page size. So I actually want to do column. We'll do a column. I want to change this to 1200. Just the width of that. We can make that's just for working space. Make it 5000. And every time I start a new page, I do add what's Bubble calls a group. I just have more functionality and control, just like that. Group main always so my naming for my groups are GRP for group and then main. Just let me know this is the main overall parent, which in Bubble parent groups in the child groups is the parent is the main thing. The child group is what is what's in the parent group. Anyway, I always delete this right here, uh, the minimum width, minimum height, because it's not needed. I want to make everything responsive. I hit this so it can take the full width of the page, and we're gonna keep that color for right now as we build. As you can see, so we have this, right? Once again, I'm gonna try to explain as much as possible as this. This is, let's just say, this is a crash course. This is a crash course on how to use Bubble. I'm just tossing you into the wolves with me, and you're gonna help me build a page in my SaaS business. And hopefully, and not hopefully, but you will learn some things. You will learn how things work, and you will decide for yourself whether this is something you want to do. So we are going to. So we've got that group. Now, my next step is this. I need to. So what's I call this stealing like an artist. So essentially, you find something, a design you like yourself, and you just copy it, kind of make it. So what I want to do, I just want something simple. Like, and this is simple. This is probably exactly what I want to do. So what I'm gonna do is, and once again, y'all, I'm bringing y'all into like how I built these SaaS with AI and stuff like that. So um, we're gonna go ahead and screen. Hmm, Sorry, I'm trying to screenshot this. Grab it there. I gotta make sure I remember to bring everything over it because y'all can't see my other screens. So this is how I start this out. Now you know what's funny though? I like. I'm sorry, you don't know what I'm looking at. I like the white. I already have a black and purple color scheme. I'm thinking I might go to white and purple. It's gonna make it seem like I'm really copying this person, but I'm not. But anyway, you want to copy whatever you have, right? Just a picture. This is v0.dev. This is what I used for my design process. Because I'm not a designer. I'm not a UX designer. I'm not a UI designer. Um, so what we want to do, I think we're gonna do a new chat. Don't do a new chat. See, here was something I was looking at on if I go all white instead of all black, which I think I like the all white better. So what I'm gonna do is I probably go ahead and build this page out as all white, and I go change the other ones to all black. Is what I'm thinking. I just like the all black. It gives the nice design to it. Anyway, let's go into it. Accelerate your SaaS growth. Struggling to acquire 15 customers. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting distracted. I'm trying to think. Do I want to start a new chat or have it with this? Let's do a new chat. Um, so we're gonna actually paste that image there. Um, see, that's okay. Hold on. That is why I do want to use this because it kind of already got my color schemes down and the stuff that I want. Um, So we're gonna do let's design a page. And actually, y'all, I might I use a mic thing for this. If I can do it while recording. Okay, yep. Okay, you can see that works. This is I like to make things as easy as possible. So that's design the home page. Let me try paste the image. Hmm. But make it look like how Get SaaS Customers was before it was all white. I want to see how it would look in all black, period. Give me a design that's similar to this. Um, uh, Another thing that sometimes I do is I put it into ChatGPT and see what ChatGPT gives me, but I'm gonna let it do its thing. And I probably, and here's the thing, I'll try to not cut anything out. If I'm cutting anything out, it's because I'm trying to speed up. Like this is gonna take a while to think and go through and build the code. So if you do see me cut something, it's because it wasn't helpful or it just to speed up the process. For instance, this probably gonna get cut. Okay, so as y'all can see, okay, let me say something. One, the reason why I did not start a new chat because if I start a new chat, I'm pretty sure Visa don't save the memory from my other things that I built. So I built it with inside of here, so it can have the color schemes and note up things that I need. Um, so this is what it gave us based on that design, which I like it. I like it. So we are going to open this. Like I said, what do you want to create today? Start growing your SaaS business with your AI. Listen, I like this. Of course, the background, obviously, this image in the background would change because that's not my image. Um, but it's actually doing something very well there. It wouldn't be get started or sign in. It wouldn't be that. Of course, obviously, this would be log out possibly, or even just the you can see here. Gosh, you see here it has that the profile icon. That's what I probably would do. Um, I like these. I like how that looks. I guess this would be like this would probably be like lazy social, whatever. Okay. All right. So in this process, when you get a design that you like, all you gotta do is keep telling to do different things. Like for instance, let me just go into it. Like you'll see the process. You'll see how it works. Let me do this. This is a good design, but let's put in the side bar like in the photo. Oop, I messed up. This is a good design, but let's put in the sidebar like in a photo that has the different tabs there, period. I also want to put at the top right where it says sign in, get started, put a user profile image there instead, period. This will be pressed in order to open up a menu where it will have the log out button there, period. Also, get rid of the features create tools buttons at the top of the header. You see, it's not getting all the words I'm saying right. And I feel like I'm not even saying what I'm thinking I want to say correctly. What is this? Is I'm getting? Yeah, it's called the header. I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, the header. I also want to put the top right where it says. I also want to put at the top right where it says sign in. Get started. Put the user profile image there. Instead, we'll be pressing in order to. Okay. Let's just see what give us right there. Okay, so it did sidebar. Now my question is, do I want to keep a skinny sidebar, right? Like that, which I could. Okay, let's do this. Add this sidebar into the homepage that we just created before this, period. But make sure the sidebar is matching the color scheme of Get SaaS customers, period. Also, make sure you add a good UX UI design to the sidebar, period. See, show it. Okay, yep. So I just kind of just circled something on the image so it can know what I'm talking about for the next part. Also, where I circled at on the image, add in those two things. The icon to the right is a icon to close the side menu, and obviously the icon to the left is a search icon. Like, okay, so we can see that we have a we surely enough had a problem there. So let's do this. I want to go here. I'm gonna open this, and there is a button to restore it. So we're gonna keep it on this. I want you to keep this design up. So it's possible I could just build this, and then I can have the sidebar design different. You know what? Eureka. Okay, we're just we'll keep this. Um, okay. So I do like that design. So what I'm gonna do, y'all won't see it on screen anymore. I'm gonna drag this to my other screen, and we are going to delete this. Actually, I'm gonna delete it, and you'll see why in a quick second. And we are going to add new. So we're gonna do home page. We're gonna clone it from the main page. And the reason why we're gonna clone it is because the main page already have my tab design. All right, great, great. This actually makes more sense, right? So we're just gonna preview that real quick. So this has my, they got me. I also clone all my workflows. Okay, so that was I think that was a navigation workflow. Pages low flow, yeah. Current user, yeah, okay. Yeah. We're gonna actually delete this. We're gonna keep that. We're gonna keep that. I want to, we can do a debug break so that way it doesn't run that again. So debug break, oh, sorry, add a breakpoint in debug mode, meaning that it's not gonna run this workflow. Just run, which that should run. That should be the answer to that. Okay, so anytime in Bubble you're using Bubble, you can hover over something and it can give you the reference of what it does. I swear that's what it did. You hit that reference link and it sends you to the reference page. So when using debug, instead of using the step-by-step mode for all workflows, right? Specify specify specific events or actions that should pause. Checking this box
allows this. This option has no effect on the app when the debugger isn't present. Similarly, when the user are using app, this will not be applied. Okay, so it does do that. It's just in step-by-step mode, it pauses it. So, okay. Anyway, that's not what I'm doing. So we're gonna go ahead and disable it. We're just gonna disable it. That's just much easier. Obviously, what it does, it disables the workflow. And then we're going to go back to preview. That's right. And so what you see popping up is the debug mode. What debug mode does, it allows you to see what's happening step by step. So for instance, I hit draft, it lets me know what's going on. Button draft, hover to reveal, run next. So this is the stuff that's happening in the back end. These are my workflows. And obviously, once again, this isn't a full course, so maybe you don't know what this is. So I'll try to do a quick explainer. Um, this is my database. This is like the information that's being saved in the data, different data types, and then inside here is my the fields. So show deleted field. Oh, you know what? I didn't realize I had that. Anyway, this different fields, different um, type of data that I'm collecting. This is the data type itself. This is the privacy, so I can stop anybody from accessing a certain data type based on different criterias. This is my app data. So this is the data I'm actually collecting for each data type. Um, my option set, these are static information. So option sets are, for instance, let's do, I don't want to show you that. Let's do bid testing cool. No, I don't want to show you that. Pass. Sorry, y'all. So um this is information that's static, that's constant inside of your app. So this is good for things that, for instance, let's say you have a product and you want to put in the product, the heights, the width of a product. You can put this information there instead of it being pulled from the database dynamically. This just gives you a a constant instance. Let me show y'all hero checks. Stop wasting time. Let me get something. Okay, I'm gonna delete this. I know what that is. Reviews. We are gonna do sort of platform step cards. Let's not step card status features. Okay. For instance, this right here is featured card is what I call it, right? So it's features. This shows up on, sorry, change that shows up right here. So this information is stored in an option set right here, right? Know exactly who your ideal customer is. I know exactly who your ideal customer is, the hitter, the body, right? It shows up right there. So this information, instead of me saving it as a data type in a data field and then pulling from the database to make it dynamic, it's just a static information that I share in that I store in my option set to be grabbed um, from the technique. It's still dynamically grabbing it, but because it's not information that needs to change or need to be added in, I just store it there. Um, anyway, we are going to. Oh, I did there, but I did homepage preview. Okay, so we're back to the homepage. So we're gonna actually get rid of a lot of this stuff because we're gonna just start from scratch on this end. Um, Obviously, it's not called get late. Sorry, it's not called late social anymore. So we can also just change that. And the way we do that is something like that. So what I actually want to do is I want things to be uniform. So we're gonna go here. This is my header page. We're gonna hit copy, copy workflows. I'm pretty sure that should be. Yeah, I actually don't have any. Let me see. I'm gonna take that workflow off, possibly. Let's see. No, okay. It should go to the home page. Yeah, okay. All right. What we want to do is just simply copy and paste this. Select first parent. Okay, we're just gonna copy this. Copy special. Copy with workflows. Is that new? Hmm. And we go back to our home page. Where art thou? Home page. There we go, home page. And we go here. We're just gonna paste it. It did get pasted. I just don't know what just happened there. We need to increase the size of this page. Sorry, y'all. Increase that. Uh, minimum height, 65,000 for purpose of just, yeah, there. Okay. So you see, we're down here. We're just gonna go hit layout, make first, and we're gonna delete this. And then we're gonna go here and we hit this update button or update banner. You can see it's updated there. It gets SaaS customers. See, this can we can make that go more to the middle. Sorry, it's this one right here. By hitting this button right here, horizontal alignment. I don't really like it, but it's cool. Anyway, so we're gonna actually change a lot of this stuff here. We're gonna change that. I just wanted to keep my tab button so we can actually go ahead and delete this because this is not going to be, this stuff is not going to be, okay, so we got that. So, okay, sorry. So this is going to act as our main page here, but inside of here we have different, what is this? Okay. We have different things. Like all this stuff is reusable elements that we're not going to be using. It's already on Lazy Social. So we delete this. What is this for? Let's see, we need to keep this. That's for blur. I don't know what I'm blurring. But if we need to blur something, we'll blur it again. And we'll keep this. Obviously, so. All right. So what I'm about to do is I'm about to just build out this look. I'm just thinking, eh, I like it. It should be a simple and easy design, actually. This is probably gonna be the main things here. I'm just thinking, because essentially what we're doing is we're taking, well, let me not show you everything. Let me just go to what I need to get to. No, no, I can show you from the site because it's what's on the site is what I'm trying to build. Okay. So we're taking these features here and kind of putting like the sections out. And we're building out like the face of it. We're not building out the functionality. I do need to build out the functionality, but and what I should do, and I'm gonna be smart, I'm gonna go ahead and build up the very first thing that I need to build out for that. So we're gonna go ahead and make this create offer, right? And the name is probably gonna change. Um, These are gonna be placeholders. I'm just gonna say placeholder for right now. Placeholder. Placeholder. And this is just for my mind, so I can see it without thinking that I'm on something else. Placeholder. Um, so create offer. I think I'm gonna keep it like how it's. So I'm gonna keep it like that. Um, and I'm gonna focus on building out our main part. Give me a second, guys. I want to think how I want to do this. I don't know why, but anytime I do start a new reusable element, it's that small. So you do have to increase it, minimum height, 5,000, so for us to start working on it. Remember, every time you come in here, I always put a group main. All right, so this is actually us getting into it now. To build it, we're gonna hit this button to fit height to content. So we're just to the content. Um, so the first thing we got, do I add like that for everyone? Technically, it's the header right there for each one. But we don't need to do that. We don't need to do that. Yeah. The main page want to have the header, so we don't need to do that. Okay. We are going to do I think I'm gonna group at the top for that. Essentially, we're gonna have to group that anyway. So this is gonna act as our main. It's the header in an image. It's gonna be here. 300. That's just so that 300 is the placeholder for us to. Um, you know what? Delete that image. I'm just thinking I want an image like that. No width, no width, minimum height. Let's see, 300. And remember, guys, I'm looking at this to see how I want to build it, but what I might do is, besides doing the image, I might just do this, just a color, because essentially that image that V0 is giving me is a image of our system here, if is what it's supposed to be. Because we don't got that right now. Okay. So we're actually back to going to group here. Here, do a text. Sorry, y'all. Now we're moving along. This button right here is horizontal alignment. This pushes the element, just across its container. And once again, you can hover and just see the reference. So we're gonna keep it like that. Um, our style, we're gonna do. I need to change my styles. My styles are ugly. You can tell I'm not a designer. And I might have to start from scratch, just like deleting all the styles and going through everything. It's gonna take a while, but I'm not gonna do it in this video. I just do not like how my stuff look anymore. So we're just gonna, like I don't, we're gonna make that a 80. We are going to layout. max width 300, 400. I'm trying to get a look at how I want to do this. Make sure the appearance is like this. Welcome to Get SaaS Customers. Go wider. 800. Y'all can see what I'm doing here. This is essentially this part right here, this top part. Right. Just gonna duplicate that. Try to do multiples of 8. Purple. This group. Let's just group. This right here, apply gap spacing between elements. So this says whatever number we put in, each element will have a gap of 8 pixels vertically or the row. So you can see, I'm just gonna do a big number, 80, right? This is 80 pixels between this element and this element down at the bottom. But let's just do 16. Welcome to Get SaaS Customers. This is using what's that? See, I don't like it. What do you want to create today? Start. Okay, so this right here, we're gonna go ahead and do a gradient. God, I'm not gonna figure out the right way I'm gonna do it. Uh, this is the middle part. Let's do white. No, let's do linear gradient left circle, eclipse circle. Mm, I don't like it. So darker, medium color, so dark. Let's see what eclipse look like. Eclipse. We're gonna make this a little smaller. I want to keep it multiples of a SaaS customer. We're gonna add some padding. You can see this is hugging the top of that. We want to add some padding to this. 16, 16, 16, 16. All right. We're gonna now get rid of this minimum height. That was a placeholder. So you can see now uh, it's condensing to the element, right? So this border right here, and you can see this little darker line across it. That's the padding we put. So it's 16 pixels all around. What do you want to create today? Not, not really liking that. Give me a number multiple. I like that better. That is a multiple, right? 8 times. Is I'm geeking? That's a multiple of 8. All right, it's 8. Okay. I like that size better. And once again, as you build, okay, can't preview that. Okay. Okay, great. I'm gonna show you something. So, this is a reusable element, meaning that we can build something here and we can deploy it in different parts of our app. I like to use reusable elements also just for the speed of it, um, where I can just quickly have a button that changes the reusable element so it's not on the page immediately. That way it can help with the speed of your app. But what we need to do is be able to see it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to home page and we're going to place that reusable element into this area right here by going down here. So home main, we're gonna down here. Okay. So we do gotta change something there. And I knew I gotta change. I just hate trying to think about it, but um just to show you. So we put the element as a reusable element is there. You can see we have it here. But we have to go back and uh keep it from, expanding completely over. So I might just see how I did it for these. I'm not gonna um, try to figure out how I did it. There we go. So my issue was um, there was nothing stopping it from collapsing all the way. So I had to stop it from collapsing, and the only way I can do that is, of course, to go into my main reusable element and then put in a minimum width inside of this group here, the group header. As long as there is something that's stopping it from collapsing all the way, that shouldn't be an issue. So now we go back to building. Sorry about that, y'all. Oh gosh. This is why I said minimum 2 hours. This video gonna be minimum 2 hours, possibly even longer. So we're gonna get back into building this. We have two groups there. Let's just go. I'm thinking if this bottom part right here can be what we called a repeating group. Let's download a plugin that allows me to do what I need to do. Okay, it's going to be that, or it's going to be regular groups. Okay. We're going to do minimum width. We can turn this to a percentage, 50. And actually, this is a column. We're going to duplicate that. We're going to highlight these, and we're going to group them into a row container. What did it just do to me? I just group those. Okay, they're there. They're there. All right. Group. mm, Card one. And let's group card two. All right. What I actually should do, I'm gonna delete that. I'm gonna just build out this first group first here, so that way, 500 for right now. There's just icons. Actually, might do image. I like the images that they have there, so I'm just gonna do image. We're gonna go to this right here. This first thing I just want to do offer. I just want to type in value. I just want to see what it gives me. We have a small little issue with this site. There you go. And now what I'm doing, I'm just looking for essentially a placeholder for here. I like the icon look because it just gives it more, a little zazz to it. Um, and I'm thinking that I'm gonna do this.
60/60. That's cool. I'll go back. Um, Essentially, this will actually be inside of my option sets. Since this would be a image that's going to be constantly used, I don't want it to just be a static image. I want to have it in my database. But for right now, this is how we're going to do it, just so I can see how it's going to look first to confirm that I even want that image. Come on now, what y'all doing? Oh, that's minimum height, that's why. Max height, 32. Yeah, 48. 48. Let me make a fixed height. We'll make it a fixed height, 48. Okay, so we'll do 48. We'll do a text here, and then we'll do a button there, right? And this is gonna be a place. So I just want to build out the look of it, and I'll change the copy later. Um, we want to, you see how that's stretching? We want that to be, I never actually did this. Let me see what happened. I say that on that. Okay, so sorry, not minimum max. I'm gonna see what the max is gonna do. I'll do 50, 30, 40% of that. And then the button's gonna be um, create create offer, uh, icon and label. You're gonna do an arrow. I think I'm gonna do phosphor. Maybe. Let's see how they give me the arrows. Yeah. Should that been change? Where that arrow is at? Where is that icon? Got the icon placement right. Um, Minimum height. I'm gonna get rid of that. Get rid of that. And I'm gonna do mark padding instead. Let's do 8, 8, 32, 32. Um, Now essentially this I actually have a style for this. Let me generate call to action. I'm gonna have actually probably, and I'm not gonna do it in this video, but I'm gonna go through and kind of change up all my styles um to just fit everything, if that makes sense. So we're actually gonna go back to none. I'm actually gonna go back to exactly what I was doing before that. Okay, so I'm gonna change all my styles so I can just easily just hit style and it creates the button for me. I just did not like how I designed my very first look of Get SaaS Customers, which of course, again, it was lazy social before this. I didn't like the design. So I am going to have to change that where everything can be how I need it to be. Sorry if I'm talking in circles. I'm thinking and doing this. So create offer. I think that's pretty cool. What I want to do now is I want to close this up on itself. So we're going to get rid of that minimum height. Minimum width 50%. What y'all playing me for? Something's going on. Something stopped me from closing up. I see why we use borders on that. We are going to do view. Show element border. Hmm.
I do not know why it's doing this to me. It should collapse directly on all of this. And I know that for sure. You can see right here, when I hit fit with the content, it closes up onto this border there. That's literally what it should be doing here. But I'm thinking the only thing that I did differently today was I did this. I used that the percentage as my interesting that the percentage of that keeps it from going down. Anyway, that's troubleshooting for you, right? The only thing I did different today is instead of using numbers, I used the percentage, which I'm just amazed that that made a difference. I actually don't know why that would make it like that, but anyway, would use 500 500, but I like to keep things uh I like to keep things essentially. Where's it at? Where we at? Where we at? I might have some stuff in there. I like to keep things in multiples of 8. So I have this here for myself. I just have a multiple of 8 up to 2000, so I can kind of keep everything. So 500, the closest multiple of 8 we have for that is 504. So we'll make that 504. And then we'll put some padding here. Do 16, 16, 16. And we'll add that gap spacing. Let's do 16. Just want to see how. What they have essentially is the button and the text is much closer to each other. So what we want to do is highlight both. So shift and left click the button in the text, group in the element, we group it in the column container. This will bring it closer to each other. And then this can have a different row gap than the group itself. So we can make the group itself row gap a little higher. So that way this is 40, this 40 pixels away from this, while this inside of here is 8 pixels from each other. And we might be able to do 16 for that. We're gonna go ahead and do 16 spacing, I mean, not spacing, but text font. So this allows us to increase the font. I think I like that. And then essentially, we're gonna have this full group right here have spacing. Sorry, 72, 64. Okay. So now we have this, and what we're gonna do is duplicate it, and it's gonna give us that. And I don't know why. I thought I had 50% on that. Okay. Just because I'm being bougie right now, we're gonna do minimum width percent 50, and it's gonna take 50% of how large or small this groups get. We're gonna duplicate it, and then we get that. However, we do want a little bit of space in between the groups, so we are going to select first parent. Distinguish group cards main. We are going to give it a column spacing of 16, and you're going to see what it says. So, small little issue there, but we got it. It gave a spacing of 16, but it does not have enough room to go, to drop down. So, our issue actually is going to be this right here 40, 40. We're going to fit with the content. This also should be fit. let's do. I actually don't like that, but I just want to see something here. 7%, but what's happening is this is going to take 40%, but even though it takes 50, do I need to bring margin into it? Let's see. Right margin for this is going to be 16. It's going to push it 16. And then we're going to go ahead and change the minimum to the percentage. Again, 50, 16, 50. I don't want it to do that at all. So what we're going to do is because we're pushing it 16. Essentially, let me say it. I know what the issue is. I'm just trying to do it in a percentage way so that way I don't have to do it by pixel. Like I would like it to always be 50% of it, but it's gonna push itself away. So essentially we need to make this either smaller to give it a room to give its the space that it needs. Because it's taking 16, right? This also got 16 margin. I'm gonna get rid of that. But we're gonna keep this at 16. Hmm, 24 is cool. Might have to do some math here, but we'll see. Maybe not. We're gonna make these space. Sorry, that's equal spacing around. That's the space right there that I'm thinking of. This right here lets us check the responsiveness of it, so we can drag and drop, right? And you see that's an issue right there already. Minimum width should be there. Anyway, all right. I know why we did minimum width. It was stop this from doing what it's about to do right now, and it's that. We'll deal with that after I finish building, because I know what the issue is. I just have to. They got me. Homepage. Fix something for it, but it's cool. I mean, so we have our two cards here. Essentially, it's going to have to have. It's going to have a system. I got placed in some conditionals where it's strings, and this one little issue there. Yeah, this is still 50%. Okay, that kind of changes everything. That's good. We'll keep it like that for right now. I just want to get through this process with y'all so y'all can just kind of see it. Um, the reason why everything is orange and not the colors it need to be is because this is kind of my wireframing, so that way I can see how everything will look as I build on top of it, and I'll go in and I change the colors. But we're going to now essentially the same thing here. I just, I just really did, I really did like how the bottom was, but would a customer know to press a button here? Okay, guys. So guess what? We're gonna do this, right? This is gonna be create an offer. Um, I'm just thinking about the user interface of the design. So this actually, we're gonna need a text right here. What I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna delete this stuff here because I'm about to redesign this. I just don't want to have the issue of uh, doing a redesign. So we're gonna have I don't know if I want to name it like create value. I don't know why. Create value or create offer. Because essentially, I'm trying to think how would the user understand it the best. Like 'cause to create the offer was that essentially what it is the offer creation process helps add value to your SaaS. So I'm just going to keep have it as create offer. Um, just going, sorry, 38 column. I might need to take a break. I've been thinking a little bit too much for the color. Let me say it's different to like record yourself building. See, and then actually just build just without recording. I feel like I had to think even extra harder on building uh than on. Anyway, 32, build a perfect marketing campaign. Let's see this. Let's see this. Says says out. Great value for your SaaS by creating an irresistible offer. This allows you to raise your prices, and helps you get more customers. I didn't want to put that in there because that's essentially what uh this portion is. I kind of want to just think it through. But I actually have in there. So anyway, create offer, create value for your SaaS. So this is what this is. Um, we want to two duplications. I'm just thinking if I want to have it designed like this or have like four different boxes. I just like that design. I think I'm gonna have the two. I think I'm gonna have the two main things up top, and then like the sub features, right? Like pretty much the two main features someone would use at the top, and the sub features at the bottom. So I'm pretty much doing what I already did, but it's cool. We'll duplicate that. I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate that. We'll delete this. Maximum 300. I actually think that's pretty cool right there. 400, because essentially we are going to duplicate this three different times, and we want to be able to duplicate it three different times. So I can do the math. 1200 is the max. 300. So we are going to do a calculator. I guess I'll pull it over so for y'all to see. If 1200 is the max, um, we want to have uh, a gap of probably 16. So 16, three different times 3, 48. So 48. So 1200 minus 48 divided by 3, 384. So the max width of this should be 384 if we want a gap, I said of 16, right? 16, 384 is going to be the max. I feel like that's not going to work, but it should. Ha! Math. Anyway, okay.
So, and once we, essentially, normally what I do, I'll do this and you see how this is breaking, meaning that, once it gets to that point, it, it collapses to the bottom. Essentially, I would set what bubble calls a condition. I'm not gonna do it now. Uh, since y'all here with me, it's gonna be a little longer, but I'll just continue to break down and I'll figure out, for instance, when this breaks down. So, oh God, so actually, I normally do this on this spec mode. So you can look on this side right here. I pointed it with my actual finger. The width of the page is 1187. Um, Once again, essentially, I would do it from here. Anyway, we'll fix that. With the page is 1187, I would go to the builder and I'll say conditional when page width is, let's say, less than or equal to 11 1187. Um, and actually, I would put this somewhere right uh, on these elements to make it smaller. But essentially, I would make these elements smaller every time it hits that 1187. So every time it shrinks, the elements inside of these groups will also shrink with it, allowing it to stay three um, three groups there. And then at some point, I would stop from doing that. But that would be the process behind that. Anyway, I just wanna, like I said, I just like the layout of that, and I'm going to actually. I'm sorry, guys. I feel like this took longer than what it needs to take, but hey, this is the process. We are going to now take our main group. We had, I'm pretty sure we have 5,000. Might be home, right? Okay. We have zero. So collapse on itself. We are going to take our group main. We're going to make it black. I'm just changing the colors now. Make everything black. Act like that's not interesting. Interesting. There we go. Right. Um, mm, those are interesting cards. I'm gonna change the color of this real quick to this lighter color. Mm, mm, let's see. Anyway, um, change the layout. This, make it black. You know, I'm making it a little harder for myself. This needs a uh, border solid with. Keep it like that. Make it a purple, dark purple. Can I make this less than one? Would it let me do that? I actually never tried to make it less than one. Oh, it won't. Eight around this. Okay. And we are going to, sorry, this need to go change color to none. Change color to none. And this need to be a little lighter than that. Um, no, take that. Create offer. If it's not going to be create offer for that too, but it's cool. None. Just very surprised that because this bad boy should be able to stretch, and then we want max width to be 50%, and that might be where I messed up at 50%, because that's not 50%. Stretch max width.
also be 50. And I think he's gonna kick it. Okay. All right. That worked out perfectly. All right. Green option. We're just going to delete that. We are going to duplicate it. So I have it like that. I feel like we can probably make this look better, but I'm not going to be a stickler right now because I have you guys with me. I'll be a stickler later, or this video gonna be way longer than it needs to be. Um, this is going to be, let's see what it's going to be. Copy. Um, let's see, generate copy. Generate copy. Let's do icon real quick. Um, I wanted to keep like that style. Check the same exact thing here. Down 60 to 60. Demo and I'm going to I've done multiple ones. Generate copy. Create copy that speaks to your audience. Um, the guesswork and create copy that speaks to your audience that helps you track and get leads. Let me write. We have that. Uh, we can't. We are going to. This bottom stuff is going to be placeholders, so I'm actually going to do what I was supposed to do up here. Put a border there. I think we did that, right? I'm pretty sure we did that right. Okay. That for the border. Round is 8. And then I'm gonna do flat none. Flat none. We're going to change this to here. We're gonna do flat none. Something else is yeah, that's this color. None. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and delete these. We're gonna duplicate this. Right, so that can give us our just our main section here. And essentially, this is going to just act. Got all this other stuff open. This is acting as just our main page where when a user first coming in, I don't know how that just did that. When when a user first come in, they will see this main page. It's pretty much exactly how you see this. The user will see this, and then do we got a border around that? And then on the side right here would be the extra options. So you see how this have extra options here. Uh, this would be extra options for the user to choose from. I would still change that up And I mean, this is our first look at this. This isn't the main thing. We have so much more to do and create. Um, However, I'm going to I'm going to end the video here because I don't want to make it too long. I just wanted y'all to have an insight on my process on Build on Bubble. Normally, this would not have taken uh 3 hours, 2 hours to build. I think because I'm in my head, I'm thinking about this, but I'm thinking about what can I do to show y'all Bubble and kind of teach y'all some things. So I'm trying to work two processes at once, and I guess I'm not used to that. However, if you did get some enjoyment just seeing the process, seeing me using AI and me using Bubble to build, what I'm actually about to do is end this video and continue to work on it. But if y'all want to see more of the process, more of me building, just let me know. Like literally, comment down below and let me know if this interests you. And I'll record myself some more and release more videos of me building um, a SaaS. Because essentially, the next thing I need to do is I'm gonna connect the AI function to it. So if y'all want to see that, just let me know. I'll put in where I'm gonna use ChatGPT as the brain of the workflows and how everything's not the workflows, but of the functions. I'm gonna use ChatGPT um, because essentially I already have ChatGPT doing this part for me, and I'm gonna add it in here for users to do. Um, but just let me know. Comment down below if you want to see that. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video, and I'm gonna get back to work and continue building.